Hey everyone, I'm back with a project share. I got a chance to do a little bit of crafting, and so I want to share one of the things that I've made. I hope to get another project in there before the end of the weekend, but go ahead and share what I used, and then I'll share the project. So this is using the latest release from Dianna Marcum and AdornIt. Again, using the different stamps that were released. I use this add-on. Well, it's not an add-on, but it's an a la carte stamp, I believe. Or is this the add-on? This stamp right here from the set with the two bunnies and the super large carrot. I also use the Happy Easter from this recipe stamp set. And oh, I meant to get this recipe. I have actually colored this one before. Because Dianna released this one digitally. And hold on one second. So this is the same stamp. Actually, she had released it digitally. And I colored this when she originally released it through her Etsy store. But this is that same stamp, only probably slightly different size. Oh, I might have got right on it. But if you wanted to see it color up, that's what it looks like. I decided not to color it this time around because I've already colored it once, so you could actually see it. It's in one of my recipe books that I've built. This is another stamp from Dianna. So I just wanted to show you that when it's colored. But, okay, so I used that stamp, and I also used this one. This one came out last year. I used the tulip from this stamp set and one of the butterflies in it. But it's also a recipe stamp. So I haven't yet colored these two. I do need to color them, or I think I might have colored that, but not this one. But yeah, so, you know, check out the shop. I will put the link to the available list of stamps that are out there, so you can see what's available if you're interested. Here are some of the other things I used for my project. I did color the image with Copics. So the same colors I used for my platform pop-up die with the rabbits and the carrots. I used the same colors for this as well, since I still had them out. Didn't want to have to go digging for more markers. And again, I used this nice spring perfectly plaid paper pack from Lawn Fawn. And I used this die from Simon Says Stamp. Is it? No, this says Say It With Stamps, and it's by Becky Moore. It is a rounded A2 rectangle set. So it's more like pill shaped. Here's what it would look like if you were to cut out, you know, one of the shapes. And I actually took two and taped them together so I could get a outer sort of a ring shape, you know, oval like. Not really oval, it's pill shaped. I do have another set from Spellbinders. It's different, but is smaller. I needed a larger size. Oh, it's from Photoplay. Sorry. So I think I might have, maybe I purchased this from scrapbook.com. I don't know. But it is a pill-shaped die. You don't see too many of those out there. Because like I said, the Spellbinders one is more narrow. And I needed the width as opposed to the height. Okay, I also use this die here, which is from Dies to Die. I don't know if this company is still around, but I use the, this is a basket die, obviously. I use the grass part of the basket for my project. And again, I use the platform pop-up die. Okay, here's the pop-up die base. And this time I did use the bow from the set. And I also used this long, narrow strip here as the sort of like the ribbon that would go around. Because it does have this one, but it's much shorter. And I just was like, let's cut it all at once. I cut it twice. This I'd have to cut several times. So to save time die cutting, only had to cut it one time. So let me share the project with you. I made another pop-up, as I said. This one is like a basket. Oh, that piece of paper I showed you, that is from AdornIt as well. They sold that last year as well. I think it was with the homemade bread release. So if you're looking for this paper, it looks like a basket weave, which is why I used it. That's the first thing I thought of when I was like, oh, I need to make a basket-shaped platform pop-up. So you can see here is that pill-shaped die cut that I used. It actually, the handles go all the way down to the bottom here, and then I cut off the other piece of it that was poking out. So before I assembled the two platforms together, because you cut two of the shape, I sandwiched the handle in between. So it looks like a basket. And there's the two bunnies with the carrot back there that I colored up. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I colored up some eggs. Now these eggs come from a different set. Which stamp set is it? It's this one with the Easter eggs on it. So that was from a previous release, as I said. So I just colored these 3 eggs here and put them in my basket, nestled up in the Easter grass. So you can see there's 3 eggs in there that I colored with my Copics to kind of go along with the color of the bunnies and the carrot. So yeah, and then there's the Happy Easter on the front of the basket. I was going to put the bow here, and then I decided to put it up there and kind of just leave this open. There's the butterfly. She's a little popped up there. Of course, when I made this, right, I was looking at the what do you call it? The extension of the basket to make sure that when you folded it up, it would still fit in a card envelope, standard envelope, I should say. So when you put the platform down, look, the handles go down, but the ears stay up. So I kind of missed out on that fold up there. The ears are just a tad too long, so I'm not going to cut them. I'm just going to make a custom envelope for it instead of using it being A2 size. It's just a little bit higher than it needs to be. But, you know, I'm not going to sacrifice the ears for that. So I should have checked that when I was putting it all together, but it's too late now. So it does fold flat, excuse me. But I'll just have to put it in either a 5x7 envelope, or I can custom make an envelope for this size. But it's not that much larger than 4.5 by 5.5, 4.25 by 5.5. Yeah, A2. So that is. Oh, I also I had an extra piece. I colored this tulip. It's from one of the stamp sets, and because I didn't use it, I just put my signature on it and then stuck it to the bottom of the card. Now I like to make my card look nice from both sides. I know I didn't color this, but I cut extra dies or pieces of paper there so that I could back up the other side of the Easter grass, and you wouldn't see the inserted pieces there. So I do like to do that when I'm making. So this one is a little basket. Because the platform pop-up doesn't come with a handle, I made my own using my other, dies from my stash. So I hope you like this one. But I thought it was a really cute idea to put the bunnies in an Easter basket and have a dimensional card. So that is it for now. Hopefully I'll get another project in. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back to share another card. I was able to finish another project up. I used this stamp right here to make my project in a little bit of a different way, I guess. You guys know from the previous project that I have already colored this recipe stamp before. So I wanted to try something a little bit different with this. And I also used, let's see, I think that was just it. Maybe just this one right here. And then I used this sentiment stamp from Paper Tray Ink for the inside of my card. It's called Inside Greetings, Spring Blessings. This sentiment stamp from Tailored Expressions. It's the mini spring, I think. Spring Easter strips. Or mini strips Easter. I've used this before, and there is a die that does cut all of these at one time. So if you're seeing this, you're seeing like the little squares here. These will stamp out if you ink them, and then you'll know the placement of the die to die cut all the sentiment strips at one time. So that's handy. I also use this from the Greetery. Does it have a name here? She didn't have a name on all the old products, so I don't know what this is called, but I use the largest outside die here. I think it's called crimped edges or something like that, or crimped rectangles. And of course, I did get a chance to use my Honeybee Stamps egg carton die. I did find my chicken stamps and egg cartons. I had them separated out into packaging that I have around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I did have this egg carton already because I knew I had the what do you call it? The stencil. So I have two now, which is fine. Yeah, so this is how I had it, set aside because I was going to use them for something. So these are like all my chicken related stamps, stencils, dies, and there's a different egg carton in here. This is Frantic Stamper one, and it's actually about the same size, but it has less detail because it's just the one die. So yeah, anyway, just a little bit different. So yeah, I did find them after looking for about an hour or two. Here is some gems that I got for free from Gina Marie Designs. This is her website if you are ever looking for it. This is the website. It's not got her name on it, but she has very reasonable prices on her dies. I use this paper pad again since it's out and it's very springy. The Perfectly Plaid Spring from Lawn Fawn. Also this paper from Paper Tray Ink. This is the Rustic Cream Cardstock. And if you look closely, I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera, but there's little brown specks in it. It's a cream color cardstock with brown specks. I use some Lawn Fawn cardstock. This is the Schoolyard Multi-Pack. And I use the orange out of here. I think they called this color Fake Tan for some reason. Well, not for some reason, but there is a good reason. And I also use this paper pack. It's the multi-pack for sherbet. Okay, and that's because the pattern paper that I used out of that Perfectly Plaid, I just pulled the colors from it because I used this particular pattern here. And so I just pulled two of the solid colors from those paper packs. That's the reason why. All right. And then for inks, I could have used my Lawn Fawn inks, but I didn't do that. I used the Bright Buttercup, Lovely Lady, and Green Parakeet from Paper Tray Ink, simply because they were closer to me. And then I also used my Copics to color up the image. Same colors as the previous project, because they were out. And for the inks, I actually used this really small makeup brush to do my stenciling because I used that egg stencil to color up the eggs in the die set. So let me just show you something very quickly. There's the stamp. You can see what I did. I stamped only a portion of the image, colored up the bunnies, and used my Scan-A-Cut to cut out the images because I know that there are separate bunnies in the larger set that was made available. This one right here, because I've used them. But these bunnies are slightly larger. They're increased in size from the bowl set that I used them from. And now I can't find that stamp set, but they are slightly larger in the 6x8 set. So I didn't want to use those. I've already used them in my other project, but I didn't want to use those again. And these fit better to the egg carton. So here is my card. Okay. So the egg carton is cut from that rustic cream cardstock. This is it. I made it very dimensional on the front of the card, so the lid actually sticks up a little bit away from the card because I've got a strip of tape back behind it, foam tape. So it looks like it's kind of just propped up. And I wanted the bunnies sort of peeking out of the little egg carton holes where you could fit eggs down into. You can see that there's a piece of foam tape behind each of the heads to kind of raise them up to make it dimensional. So you can see there's some of the eggs that I used the stencil with, and the die actually cut 6 eggs at a time. Obviously, I didn't need all 6 because the bunnies are occupying the other spaces. And I think it turned out really cute, right? So again, I just pulled the 2 solid colors here from this paper pack of pattern paper. And then I added the sentiment here, "There's no bunny like you." And I did stamp the inside of the card with one of those sentiments. I thought it was really, really cute, and then added a strip of the paper that I had left over from the front. And on the back, I just stamped this handcrafted. So that is my second card. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, Easter weekend. And thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.